Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of OMSI 2. Today we're back in Westcountry 3, which I know we've not visited in a while. We've not visited Westcountry, which is a shame to be honest with you, because I absolutely love Westcountry. I love OMSI to be honest with you, but as there's not really been a lot released recently, then I have sort of been giving OMSI a bit of a, wide berth. It's not that there's anything wrong with OMSI, it's not that it's done on the channel. A couple of people have been like, oh no, why have you given up with OMSI? Not the case at all. Not the case at all. It's just there's not really been a lot released in terms of like new products, so we're going out the wrong way here, but I don't suppose it matters, does it? Nobody's coming in. There's not been a lot of new products released. Oh, it's doing that thing where it makes a funny clicking noise when you're when you turn in left it's fine. When you turn in right, for some reason it does it twice as quick. I don't know, it's a weird OMSI bug there. We're on the Route 1B today, in the Eclipse 2, the Masterswitch Veiling, and we're using a First South Yorkshire repaint, which, as you'll see, this is a Doncaster one, BJ11, alright, get it out your system now, Echo Charlie Alpha, is it? Let me have a look, Echo Charlie Alpha, which, if you're up on your South Yorkshire buses, you will know this one is now with First Sheffield, rather than First Doncaster. It used to be painted in an all-black park and ride livery. I think it came from somewhere else, like First Essex, maybe, but yeah, right, hang on, are we getting on? Is there nobody to get on? I don't know. This is going to be a quiet run, isn't it? If there's nobody to get on, we've got the correct Hoff in. It's the one that we've used before. Maybe it's just a quiet journey. This one. Yeah, but it's one of those. I don't want to keep doing, just keep doing the same trips on the same maps all the time, and you lot be like, yeah, we've seen this before, Joe. We've already seen this. You've done it before. It's sort of just the same video re-uploaded, and I completely get that. I do get that. So that's why there's been a little bit of a hiatus from OMSI. Have got anybody getting on? No? Right, time to go. So I thought what we'd do is we'd just take a little spin on this, because I really like the repaint pack. It's been updated. Apparently this came out in 2020, I think. There's a link in the description where you can find the bus, the map, and the liveries, so do check them out. They really, really are good. I'm using the 4K variant as well, which is why I'm flipping out. This is very much like an Eclipse. Not getting on? Nope, waiting for the 35, evidently. Very much like an Eclipse in the sense of you can barely hear yourself think for all the rattles. I've forgotten just how brilliant OMSI is, to be honest with you. I've obviously, yesterday I did Bus Simulator 21. It really is a world away from that. It really is. I can't tell you how much it is. A couple of you will probably be wondering where Euro Truck is. Again, Thursday is usually our Euro Truck Simulator 2 day. Unfortunately, with the West Balkans add-on coming, which is exciting, that's not an unfortunate, but SCS have done an update, and it's broken our Pro mods. They're working on fixing it. They don't have a release date yet, but that's why, again, we've had a little bit of a Euro Truck hiatus. And last week, of course, a bit of a video hiatus. I was really struggling with the early shifts last week. I've been sort of a bit of a zombie really with the early shifts. I don't know why I've not coped as well as I usually do. Usually I'm pretty good at earlies, but yeah, I was just having an off week, so please do accept my apologies. There's a lot of apologising here, isn't there? But yeah, hopefully things should be back to normal. I can't promise we'll have a new OMSI video every week, but I thought, do you know what, just to keep people, keep people chilled. I do particularly like this repaint as well, because it's got the that's for some reason in Olympia, and that's just black. It's not the old black, which is true to life. You get a lot of you get a lot of different repaints. Right, are you? You're not getting on either. Right, have I broken the Hoff file? I might have done. And it's not the end of the world, because this 1B does strike me as a sort of route that would be a bit quieter. Oh, hang on, someone's just driving at me. Cheers for that. Right, off we go. I reckon we can get this bus round here. I mean, we'll probably get grounded out on that bit, but it's not the end of the world, is it? When it's not your panels and it's not your paintwork, it all of a sudden doesn't matter. Right, here we go. This will be probably the most difficult corner on the map to get round, and I think we're probably going to get round it with ease. I mean, look at that. Yeah, that's and we'll just make sure we don't hit that chap in the VW who's parked on a very awkward corner. I really have missed driving this bus. I love it, absolutely love it, I really do. Oh, hang on, oh, there's the 1A going the other way. Hello? I don't know what causes this bizarre bug. Like, most of the time it doesn't do it, but just every now and then, if you know what causes it, please do let me know, because I'd be interested to get it sorted. Oh, what's happening? Oh, my lord. That truck's possessed. Should he be driving through this residential area? I don't know if he should. I think most of the time we end up driving the 1B, don't we? It must just be the time that it departs. Every time we seem to drive this, we end up coming this way round, don't we? Oh, is that someone coming for the bus? No, of course it's not. Brilliant. Oh, dear. It does seem a bit of a misallocation, this. This should really be an Optare Solo, shouldn't it? Here we are. Back to Whitehaven Surgery. Obviously, if you go straight on here, I'm going to take up the whole road, but if you go straight on, you end up on the 35. We're coming back down into town. Yeah, I have missed OMSI. I'm looking forward to the new updates for various maps, and of course, Masterswitch have been sharing little tidbits about the upcoming projects. You had the low height Gemini / street deck. You had the picture of the eclipse, the veiling, and there was another thing as well. I can't remember what the other thing was. Not veiling, the veiling as well. But what was the other one? The Evora. That's the one. And there was another one lined up there. There was 4 buses all lined up. Oh, it was the Omnidecker, because of course the Omnidecker, which was been made by Omanoki Studios, they appear to be part of Masterswitch now, which is fantastic. I mean, I'm saying it's fantastic. I'm sure that it's fantastic for them. I'm sure there's a reason that is, and it'll be brilliant. I mean, I've never had an issue with any of Masterswitch's buses, to be perfectly honest with you. They're all brilliant, so if that level of quality is ensured with the Studio Omanoki, what's it called? The Omnidecker. Brilliant. Nobody for this bus. What is going on? I mean, it's a quiet route in general, isn't it, this? But yeah, I can't say I'm particularly excited for the Omnidecker. I'm sure it'll be a brilliant bus. You know, I'm sure it will. There's no doubt about that. But it's just one of them buses. I mean, I grew up in West Yorkshire. We didn't really have them. They sort of seem to be buses, you know, just the buses that you don't really have a great deal of interest in. That's why, you know, a lot of Scania products I don't really, because in West Yorkshire, I know Leeds was an exception. But are you... You fancying a trip round on the 1B, sir? No? Fair dues. Yeah, it's just not a bus that particularly interests me. I'm sure it will be fantastic to drive, like I say, but yeah, I'm not as excited for that as I am for the other products that are coming. I mean, it will be awesome. It just will. Right, come on. I remember when this came out and I just drove it and drove it and drove it and drove it and drove it. It's the first like proper Eclipse. I mean, I was driving this as well before. Oh no, right, okay. So they're not making a move to the bus, so it's clearly the Hoff, because this is the only bus that comes down here. Never mind, never mind. It's not the end of the world, is it? But yeah, obviously at the time when this came out, I couldn't drive my real B7. Wait. So this was the closest I had to driving a B7. In fact, when this came out, I didn't even own my B7. Sorry, yeah, probably shouldn't have pulled out there, but never mind. We committed. So yeah, I drove it and drove it and drove it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I can just tell you now, I'm gonna love the new pack. You know, you just get a feeling with these things, don't you? Although it really will be a test, because I've never driven one of these Eclipses. I've only driven one of the older ones, which of course is coming in the new pack. So it'll be interesting to see the similarities. I mean, obviously it's going to feel different, isn't it? Because it does feel different in real life to on a computer game. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. As for Studio Polygon, of course, you've got the Gemini on the horizon, keeping the cards very close to their chest there. I've seen some more pictures of the updates that they've been doing to it. Looks absolutely awesome. No, oh, I forgot. Why am I pulling in? They don't want the bus anyway, because the HOF is slightly different to what they're used to. Seems a bit of a silly reason not to get on a bus, if you ask me. But hey, each to their own. Oh, come on. Come on, I've got my foot flat to the floor. Oh, it does sound good, doesn't it? Oh, hang on, right, hang on. What are we doing here? There we go, that'll do. I'm trying to convince my other half that we need a Euro 4 B7 RLE in our fleet of preserved buses. And so far, I'm not really getting anywhere. I do also want a B9 Gemini. I know you're probably sat there like, well, where's the money coming from in all this? And to be honest with you, we've not really thought that far ahead. And when I say we, what I mean is I. We've got no idea how we're going to fund the flipping things. We have all on funding 2 of them at the moment. But yeah, we were down in Bristol about a week and a half ago, and we went on a couple of B9s. And my other half was like, well, it's quite nice, this bus, isn't it? I thought, oh, here we go. They're planting the seeds. But yeah, I'd love a B9. I mean, to be honest with you, the B9s, they're a lovely bus. They're a lovely bus, don't get me wrong. I couldn't see them go for scrap. You know, I like them. I don't love them as much as my Euro 3 Eclipse, but at the same time, I just couldn't let it go for scrap. Even if I bought it and didn't really do a lot with it, at least it's saved. You know what I mean? It's one of them. The Euro 4 Eclipses, which of course are the ones much like this, where they have the emergency door in the middle. The Eclipse Urban, first generation body, you know the one I mean, with the emergency door down the middle, the new engine like this has got. I do like those, because again, on my local route, the 625, which is now the 685, they did some renumbering witchcraft in Bradford a few years ago, and I still don't know what they are. But the 626 that used to go from Brighouse to Baildon via Bradford, that used to go past our house, and that obviously had these, well, I say these, the Eclipse 1, the 07, 08 and 09 plates on it. So I do really like them as well. I do want to save one of them. So I think in the fleet we're probably going to end up with 4 buses. The Renown, the 05 Euro 3 Eclipse, and a Euro 4 and a B9. But then there's an Eclipse 2. No, stop it, Joe. Stop it now. If you keep going like that, you'll never finish. Oh, that's the back wheel. That's why we use little buses around this route, Joe. Yep. Yep, sorry, I'd stop for you guys, but you know, you won't get on. We've gone through this earlier. Now we're just looking at getting the Eclipse MOT'd. It's currently off-road. I think we've got everything sorted for an MOT, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I can't wait to get it back out and on the road again. It's going to be fantastic! Oh, exciting! Exciting times, exciting times. We need to save up to have it painted. There's so many things we need to save up, because obviously we can't use it until it's painted. I'm desperate to get to some rallies, to see you all at the bus rallies. It'll be awesome. Do you know what? Driving this has made me want to drive that again. When we were down there, we saw a good friend who was actually one of the members of Studio Polygon who was making the Gemini. We popped down to see him, and we ended up taking his, because he's got a B7TL ALX 400, which he's very proud of. It's a gorgeous bus, absolutely gorgeous bus, lovely, lovely, lovely. And he says, "Oh, do you fancy a drive?" And I tell you, I was never as nervous in my life as driving that thing, because I thought, oh, if I crash it, or I'd do something to it, or you know, I mean, realistically, it wasn't going to happen, was it? I have a license, you know, I do have a license. I'm a pretty good driver in real life. Well, I've had no fatal collisions thus far, touch wood. You know, I know that my simulation driving might suggest otherwise, but yeah, in real life, I'd say I was a pretty good driver. But oh, I was so nervous, my palms were sweating, I was it was more stressful than my driving test. Oh dear. But yeah, it was really, really good fun. And a gorgeous bus, really, really nice. Yeah, it sort of rekindled this, I really want my bus to be out mentality. We'll see how we go, we'll see how we go. Might get to MOT and they'll say, oh yeah, there's a lot broken with this. We've taken this panel off and it's a disaster. Oof, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh yeah, I forgot we don't go into the station anymore because the station has moved in one of the biggest remodelling works of all time. Yeah, I'm sorry everybody that we couldn't get the flipping stops working. I think that'd have been quite good. I'm right looking forward to this little drive round. I'll have to get the Hoff working for next time. But again, this route at this time in an evening, it probably wouldn't have been that busy anyway, would it? 17:24. Everyone would have gone home anyway. We'll tell ourselves it's a Sunday. Oh, it's summer holidays, isn't it? That'll be why. That'll be why. Right, get the handbrake on. I feel like this chap has just walked to the edge of the pavement. Aha! Right. So those other people, why didn't they get on? They didn't walk to the bus stop.
Hiya. Single, please.
Oh, look at that. Right, hang on. Sorry, I've not loaded my ticket machine up, sir. Right, single, 7.
Oh, you've given... Thanks very much.
Had I given him the wrong change? Oh, he paid with a £5. I was giving him change for a tenner. It's a good job he said, isn't it? He's more on the ball than I am. Well, there we go. We've got one passenger. So it wasn't the Hoff. It must be the route that's a little bit... Because we did stop, didn't we, and tried to let them on. Nobody walked to the edge. Or have I just been... Have they been at the edge waiting to get on and I've just ignored them the whole way around? I don't know, to be honest. First bus will be getting some right complaints. Oh, she just disappeared into thin air. I love how he's standing. You know, completely empty bus and he's still standing. Right, here we go. Still remember the days you used to go straight on there. I still think with that bit it'd be great if you on the Hamburg DLC that OMSI would be able to put some cyclists in that would actually cross there that you'd have to give way to. I think that'd be awesome. I don't know if he actually owns the Hamburg DLC though. He probably will because you know he seems to own a lot of the DLC products. But yeah, it'd be absolutely fantastic if he owned that because that would really enhance Westcountry 3 in my humble opinion. Right, well, getting back to the bus station. Again, a little bit short and sweet, isn't it, today? But I do hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. I will probably try and do some more OMSI. I say I'll try. It all depends, doesn't it, as to, you know, what we can get. You know, we want it to be exciting. We want it to, you know, keep fresh. Don't want it to go stale. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on Fellows Film. Make sure that there's things to do. Oh, there we go. That route thing's popped up. Make sure that there's plenty of things to keep us occupied. If you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments. Because again, if you've seen any sort of things that I've missed, let me know. And yeah, we'll try and do that. And thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please do show your love and support by clicking that like button. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing so that you never miss out on any future OMSI 2 episodes. As I say, link for the bus, link for the map, link for the liveries, all in the description. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.